Good morning, everybody. Today is May 22nd, 2017, and I have to run over to Mount Pleasant and run a few errands, so I thought it'd be fun to take y'all along with me. I'm actually going to take you and show you some of the places that I grew up over there before we moved here. So this is a part of my story that a lot of people don't know, but I'm going to go back and share it with you. My mom's always loved that barn right there. I put this new section on, I don't know how many years ago, because the population of the church was growing so much. I just started coming back to this church. I love it. So here in this room, it was December 3rd, 1988, my mom and dad got married. Today they just use this as a little chapel. But it was here that our family began. And this is the room we attended church in when I was little. On my parents' wedding day, the story goes that my mom was actually late because my dad's dad was supposed to be following my Aunt Angel, who at the time was just my Uncle Darren's girlfriend, was supposed to be following her here, and he got lost and my mom had to go look for him or something. Yeah, this is always such a cool looking room. I love this place. I'm happy I go to this church again. It's so small. They needed such a bigger auditorium, and even now they have so many attendees that people just cram in here on Sunday mornings. I love this room. Such a reminder of my childhood before my brother and my sister came along. And this right here is the new section of the church, and this is where I go. I'm actually kind of sad I didn't get to go to church this past Sunday, yesterday, because I was working. Don't know if I work this weekend or not. I have to go home and check. But then after that, I'm going to Philadelphia, and then I'm going to the UP, so got some stuff planned. It's a cool church. They have an area out here for people to sit, overflow, that sort of thing. Okay, so now I'm going to take you to the campus of Central Michigan University, just down the street a little bit, and I will show you some of the places that I lived as a young child. Getting back here is a little more complicated than it used to be. I I actually don't know how people get back here. They keep redoing everything. Up here, this all used to be like an open parking lot, and you used to be able to come in here, and there was a huge parking lot that I used to drive around in on my dad's lap. But now they've built all these science centers, and I think Dow Chemical sponsored a few of these buildings back here. So yeah, it's not what it used to be, and I actually don't know how to get back here, because this is the building over here, the one in the left there. They've added all these new buildings, which is a good sign that the college is in fact growing. Alrighty. These building designs and everything are just it's got a keypad lock on it. This looks like a scene out of Unbreakable. Okay, so now the story is going to take a little bit of an unexpected turn. My mom finished up her hall director job, and until we were ready to move into our new house, where you saw this morning, we lived in a little guest apartment over here. This isn't the right entrance. Here we go. Yep, this is right here. And we used to live in that little room right there. Smaller than your average hotel room. There's their workout room in there. Lunchroom area. This is all newly updated. Nothing looked this good when we lived here. So we are going to Walt Hall, which is where we lived when I was little. So this is where it all began. So my mom was the hall director here from probably 1990 to about 1994, maybe 1995. This was our room back when we lived here. And one of the big problems I'm having today is the fact that I'm trying to vlog and there's always people walking by. That's okay. They're just doing their thing. I'm doing mine. Typical. This is what a typical dorm here would look like. There's a door open or something around here. Oh, there's where it's coming from. So this room, the story goes that when I was really little, I used to come down here just to play with the broom. It's probably one of the few places that hasn't changed. And this is a study room, but I remember hanging out down here when I was little. There was a guy who could not get a date or whatever. I don't know what the story is. But he used to push me around in a stroller because girls liked babies. And they would always ooh and ah at me, and then my mom would look out the window and she would see he was talking to girls and not paying attention to the baby in the stroller. One thing you'll notice a lot of on my vlog is that I will be doing a lot of walking through buildings, probably getting looked at weirdly. But you know what? That's vlogging. Keep filming until I get kicked out or yelled at. I remember this. I still have a lot of dreams. All throughout my childhood, I have dreams that just take place here. Like I remember seeing this field in a dream once. And in the dream, gosh, I don't know how little I was, but I remember my dad and I, it was storming really, really bad. And I remember my dad and I running around just looking for my mom. Opening up doors and just looking for her, and it took us forever before we found her. Over to work in Oakland. I remember hanging out here when I was a kid. I remember my dad playing this piano over here. This is probably where he got so good at piano. Alright. You know what I think I'm going to do while I'm here? I'm going to try to figure out how to park in the Walt Hall parking lot again. I'm going to try and figure that out. Remember this from when I was little. Jumping in snowbanks. There's a picture of my grandma and my dad's mom, and their dog Ginger playing on one of these trees. We're up here for my dad's graduation when he got his master's degree. Right up there. There's a tree growing in the way now, but that's where we live. Like I said, this all used to just be an open parking lot right here. I used to have a footprint in the sidewalk over here that they did of me when I was really little. But ever since they came through and started redoing things, that's all gone now. So let's see what you gotta do today. Here's the back courtyard. So we must be getting close to Sachs Hall, where we entered at. I think we're going in a big circle right now. They used to use wood chips to heat the dorms. I don't know if they still do that. Alright, yeah, so there's the entrance to Sachs Hall right over there. So yep, this is how you enter Walt Hall now. Wow. A lot more complicated than it used to be. Panda Express, and this was what I got in my fortune. A bold and dashing adventure is in your future. And I don't think I needed a fortune cookie to tell me that. Alright. Right up here is the hospital I was born in. Central Michigan Hospital. Currently, McLaren, Central Michigan. That is where it really all began. Right there.